हेलो एंड वेलकम डियर स्टूडेंट्स। स्टूडेंट आज की वीडियो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है। दिस इज फॉर क्लास 12 स्टूडेंट्स एंड चैप्टर दैट आई एम टेकिंग इज पोएट्स एंड पैनकेक्स। स्टूडेंट इसमें से आपका एक क्वेश्चन जरूर आएगा पेपर में, इसको ध्यान से सुनिए और पूरा वीडियो देखिए। चलिए सबसे पहले जान लेते हैं ऑथर के बारे में। अशोका मित्रा वॉज एन इंडियन राइटर रिगार्डेड एज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इन्फ्लुएंशियल फिगर्स in post-independent Tamil literature. Now we see the theme of this chapter. Children, the theme of this chapter is based on the theme of how people from different states and religions, they work together. It tells about the film industry, its rules, real life and real life. This chapter also highlights the important role of poets and writers in the film industry. The author has talked about the makeup artists, writers and actors in a humorous way. Now we start with the chapter. The Gemini studio would buy truckloads of the makeup material called pancake. The author said many famous heroines of the past might have used it. That was the silent era of movies around 1950s. The makeup department of the studios was in the upstairs of the building, maybe the first floor, children. That building was believed to have been Robert Clive's stables. He owned dozens of other buildings. He stayed in Madras for a short time. He married a maiden in St. Mary's Church. The makeup department was headed by a Bengali who left the studios after some time. Later, it was taken over by a Maharashtrian. The makeup room had the look of a hair-cutting salon with lights at all angles. Around half a dozen large mirrors. They were incandescent lights, means very bright lights. One can imagine how people would suffer sitting under the bright lights for makeup. In that makeup room, people from different states were working. All these people who were the symbol of national integration, could turn decent-looking person into an ugly-looking one. Truckloads of pancakes and numbers of other locally made lotions and other stuff were used for makeup. Mainly it was indoor shooting. Only 5% of the film was shot outdoors. A strict hierarchy was maintained in the makeup room. What type of hierarchy is the author talking about here, children? The chief makeup man would do the makeup of the chief actors and actresses, the senior assistants, the second hero and heroine, the junior assistant, the main comedian, and so forth. The actors who were the part of the crowd were the responsibility of the office boy. He was actually not a boy. That office boy was not a boy actually. He was a man. In his 40s, he did the makeup of the crowd players. Means the people, those who would act as a part of the crowd there in the movies. He had come to the studios with the hope of becoming an actor, screenwriter, director, or a lyricist. He was a bit of a poet. He blamed Subbu for his failure. Ashoka Mitran worked in Gemini studio. He would sit in a cubicle with French windows. Now children, what is this French windows? It means noise-free windows. His job was to cut newspaper clippings on different subjects. Other people would think that he was useless. They would underestimate him. The office boy would lecture him, saying that a literary talent was getting wasted. Ashoka Mitran would pray for crowd shooting so that he did not have to hear the stories of that so-called office boy who blamed Subbu for all his frustration. Kothamangalam Subbu was the second most important person in Gemini Studios. He was a very cheerful, charitable and loyal person. He was not much educated, but he was a very creative person. He was privileged to be born as a Brahmin. He must have had an exposure to affluent people. He might have been rich. He was tailor-made, means he was fit or suitable for films. He was extremely resourceful and creative. He would make the scene easier by giving numerous suggestions. He was indeed a great asset to the directors. He was a poet also, but his success in the films overshadowed his literary achievements. He was very helpful to others. His home was a permanent residence for others in need. He was also an amazing actor. He was close to his boss, Mr. S.S. Vasan, who was the founder of the Gemini Studios. People would call him a flatterer also because he was very loyal and so close to his boss. But a man, a so called boy, that person who used to work in the makeup room, he was called the office boy, but actually he was in his 40s, he was a man. That boy in the makeup room would wish horrible things for Subbu because he was responsible for his failures and frustrations. Subbu was a member of the story department. The others include the lawyer and an assembly of poets and writers. The lawyers were officially known as the legal advisor. The lawyer was officially known as the legal advisor, but he was exactly opposite of that. It was because of him that a talented actress' career was ruined. Because when the actress was fuming with anger, he recorded her voice and her career ended there and then. The lawyer was close to the boss, that is Mr. S.S. Vasan, and he was allowed to produce a film. But that film failed, means the film could not do well. The boss shut down the story department. The lawyer also lost his job. And the author has spoken there in this chapter in a very humorous way that this was the first time a lawyer lost his job. The Gemini studio was frequently visited by the famous poets. Only the office boys and the clerks were busy working all the time. And the poets would enjoy their life because it was necessary for the poets, because they have to sit and think. They have to have the ideas to write poetry. That is why no other work was given to them. They had no interest in politics. Most of them wore khadi and worshipped Gandhiji. They did not like the term communism as they thought that a communist was a godless man. He had no interest in marriage or children. He is always out to create some unrest. There were two visitors in the Gemini studios. One was Frank Buckman's Moral Rearmament Army, that was called MRA. In short, it was called MRA. And the other was the famous English poet Stephen Spender. Under MRA banner, 200 people from different countries came to Madras in 1952. They presented two plays. One was Jotham Valley and the other was The Forgotten Factor. The 600 people of the Gemini family saw the plays again and again. Message was very simple, but the sets and the costume were awesome. It was a change from their routine life. Their visit was a kind of counter movement to international communism. The Indian drama adopted the sunrise and sunset technique used in their play, Jotham Valley. A few months later, there was a call once again in the Gemini studios. Now they were ready to welcome another guest. They heard he was a poet from England. They had heard of Wordsworth, Tennyson, John Keats, Shelley, Byron, and Eliot also. But they were curious to know who was the visitor this time. People speculated, means they guessed, whether he was a poet or an editor. Mr. Vasan himself was an editor of the Tamil weekly, Ananda Vikatan. Stephen Spender visited the studios in the afternoon at 4 o'clock. He was a tall English man. People had not heard his name before. Spender addressed the audience, but no one understood what he said. Why? Because it was all English. He spoke for an hour. People thought, what was an English man doing, an English poet doing, in a film studio that made Tamil films? Spender was also baffled. as he also realized that no one understood what he said. His visit remained a mystery. No one knew the motive behind his visit to the Gemini studio. Ashokamitran saw an advertisement about a story contest in the newspaper The Hindu. It was organized by a British periodical, The Encounter. The author went to the British Council Library. He saw the copies of The Encounter. He was surprised when he read the editor's name. Now he realized why Spender visited the Gemini studios. Years later, he bought a book from a footpath bookseller just for 50 paisa children. The book was The God That Failed. 6 eminent writers described their journeys into communism and their disillusioned return. He saw Spender's name. He was one of the writers of that book. Now the mystery behind Spender's visit was unraveled. Children, this is all about the chapter. I hope you understood it well, revise it, prepare well for and score good marks. All the very best children for your exam tomorrow. इस वीडियो को लाइक करिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए and share it with your friends also. Thanks for watching my video.